Malika, let's hope Joel Embiid is out there on the court tonight against Ben Simmons, what will be a riveting matchup if we see it. But he is questionable for today's game with left foot soreness. And this is something that Joel Embiid has been dealing with going back now for several weeks. He missed a game here a few weeks ago against the Indiana Pacers with the same issue. It's something that's been lingering throughout the year. Now, it's something Philadelphia expects to manage. And yesterday he practiced by himself ahead of today's game. But Doc Rivers said he didn't know if Joel would play. And usually how this goes is Joel Embiid will warm up about 45 minutes before the game, go in the locker room, and then he'll tell the team whether he's able to go, and they'll announce if he's in the starting lineup or not. So I'd expect around 7 p.m. Eastern time tonight, we'll get a sense of if Joel's in the starting lineup and if he plays. And then if he does, we get to see him, as you said, finally go up against Ben Simmons for the first time since that Game 7 here against the Atlanta Hawks a year and a half ago when Simmons had that faded, passed-up dunk attempt that led to all the drama that happened afterward.
Ben Simmons is scheduled to play in Philly for the second time this year. Our very own Jalen Rose says Ben Simmons is stealing money.
What?
Listen to Jalen, ESPN NBA analyst, of course, on NBA Countdown Friday.
Ben Simmons is stealing money. Ski mask and gloves, as a matter of fact. And let me get some stats for you, Stephen A.
Please.
He has 119 fouls, 113 baskets this year.
Wow.
Only 2 of them outside of the paint, and he's shooting 43% from the free throw line. That's a guy they traded for James Harden, who, by the way, is averaging 20 and 10 and fitting in like a glove in Philadelphia.
Are we done believing Ben Simmons will be a star in this league?
Can I address something before we get into whether Ben Simmons will be a star or not?
Yeah.
I really, and I know it's easy. Like as a fan, you can sit there and say he's stealing money. Like, I get it. He's underperforming, drastically underperforming. You know, but like when you refer to a dude by saying he's stealing money, ski mask and all, we're comparing him to bank robbers now. Like that's.
Well, wait. Are you being a little sensitive about that?
Yeah,
right
I
now,
am being
Jay?
sensitive because that's coming from an athlete. That's coming from an athlete that I know has been in a position before. If you want me to keep it a buck, that Jay Rose underperformed too. Now, to a degree, on some of his contracts. So I'm just being real about it. Like it's like I just get frustrated when there's not sensitivity levels when it's coming from our own.
But I wonder if
like
you talk to
Max,
Jalen.
hold on, Max. If it's coming from you, or if it's coming from Stephen A. Smith, I get it.
Yeah.
I understand. But when it's coming from one of our own, like when they haven't performed at an ultimate high level and they've gotten rewarded deals here and there, we've seen it.
I mean, we get Jalen on the show to talk about this. Jalen's my dude. But so I'll bet you. My guess is this: if you ask Jalen, "Hey, you ever steal money?" He'd be like, "Yeah, I stole money. Here's when." Right? In other words, there are some people who are sensitive to that. And there are other people who might say, I apply that to other people because I would apply it to myself too, and I believe that Jalen Rose fits into that category. In other words, whether or not he would ever say he did steal money, he's a type of dude where, yeah, man, I could tell the truth about myself, so I could tell the truth about other people. You know what I mean?
I'm more with Jay on this one. The choice of words, that matters, I think, to both myself and Jay. He is underperforming. He's not playing at the level. You talked about, is he ever going to be that guy in the NBA? That's a different conversation. But, you know, stealing money to do, work hard, whether he's performing at a all-time high or not, he's working hard.
But guys,
he's in the room.
I'll hear you guys all like when a dude gets paid a certain contract, whatever, and then a certain attitude prevails, you got, people, real talk, they'll be like, come on, man, dude's stealing money. And,
no, of course.
Yeah. But Max, even stealing money, okay, ski mask and all, like it's just a different level. I hear how you're trying to rationalize it. I'm just going to tell you how that is reflective sometimes when you hear that in the locker room, because Ben Simmons is still one hell of a defensive player. Yeah. He may not be able to score the bucket at all. He needs to be more aggressive.
So they paying him so essentially they paying him for defense.
Well, the Nets have a plus 4.5 point net efficiency with him on the court, 2.4 with him off the court. So when he's on the court, they are.
On ESPN, let me steal some money.
It is like, who else is he on the court with? But just by that metric, they're 2 points better with him on the court than off the court.
Chris Canty,
look who is he?
Who's coming to join us right now? I
got a problem with that?
Can I just explain it to you real quick?
Yeah. I want Jay
because I'm gonna tie it into sometimes how I feel like in this past like 5-6 years, some of the things I've heard, people shut up, play basketball, things of this sort, right?
Yeah.
when I hear us describe players, right? Like as black men players, it's like, oh, he's stealing money, ski mask and all. I'm like, yo, man, like you starting to really enter a different conversation in my. If you
you take it to a personal realm when you start talking about somebody's money.
Thank you.
Like that's a faux pas in any professional locker room.
Man.
Don't talk about my money, and that doesn't just stay while you're an active player. Even when you're a retired player, you don't talk about somebody else's money. Now you can say maybe the team is not getting the return on an investment, but when you start talking about a guy stealing money, knowing how hard it is to get to that point,
it's personal, man.
It's out of pocket.
I do see that. I do see that, but
you hear what he said, the return on the investment?
I know, but
that's the choice of words that I would have preferred to see my friend Jalen Rose use.
A fellow athlete, Key.
Opposed to stealing money, ski mad. No, we don't need bank robber. We don't need to use
I just have heard players. I have heard players talk about use that kind of language. No, on TV, people say, "Man, he's stealing money." Like it's not like we've never heard
ski mask and all.
How does that change stuff for you? He's just kind of coloring it in a little bit, right?
That's one hell of a color, man.
Well, just think about some of the connotations and stereotypes that we have for people in our community, Max. Like that's just not exactly the.
You don't use
the phrasing
like
or the terminology that you want to go with. You know what I mean?
I'm interested to hear. I'm interested in hearing Jalen's point of view on this. Actually.
I would love to hear other athletes' POVs on this one because it just hit Max. It hits differently. Like underperforming. Hey, he's not living up to expectations. Like I'd rather bust. I'd rather you say bust. I'd rather than ski mask and all just takes
clearly it set you off.
Yeah, it does.
He could have simply said, "What does he have? Pictures of him or something?" I mean, he could have said that. You know,
a lot of other ways to be descriptive and add color to it than say ski mask and all, brother.
I'm interested in hearing what Jalen has to say about that.
That said, though, Ben Simmons.
All right, we're going to turn the corner on this one.
Nobody's refuting that.
That being said, Ben Simmons needs to step up. I can't eat
stealing money. Oh, no. Is it okay if I say it?
No, it's not okay if you say that, Max. And it doesn't matter that you can rap. You can't say it.
Listen. It's funny because you go back a couple years when Ingram was second pick.
Yeah.
And the gap between them, you were like, damn, could you imagine the fall off? Ben Simmons is a superstar. He's going to be this, he's going to be that. And now look at it.
Yeah.
Right? Like what happened to this dude?
Been the same since that Atlanta game, man.
Anytime you say Brandon Ingram, that's a sore spot because I'm a Lakers fan. Wish we could have that one back.
Hey, what's up, guys? Jag from Jaggy Sports here. Big night in the NBA. You guys know what I'm talking about. It is the Nets visiting the Philadelphia 76ers. Of course, this is a huge rivalry. About a year ago, in about 2 weeks, Ben Simmons was traded for James Harden. Now, it's close to the 1 year anniversary, so this should be a good game. However, Kevin Durant obviously is not playing. Other than that, Joel Embiid is day-to-day, and we have a healthy Sixers team if he plays, and we have a Nets team without Kevin Durant. Big night because Kyrie Irving dropped 38 points on the Warriors on Sunday. Fully healed, fully rested, and of course, it is the return of the prodigal son, Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons had a very tumultuous relationship ever since the Hawks defeated them, I think, in the 2021 playoffs or 2020 playoffs. I'm not 100% sure. But, yeah, so basically, I know he returned previous in the season, but I know that it's not going to be easy for him, right? In the Philadelphia arena, I believe it's the Wells Fargo arena, it is not going to be an easy task for Ben Simmons because he is going to get booed out of the building. I'm not projecting negativity. I'm just stating realistic facts. That's what's going to happen tonight. He has to, this is kind of like an obstacle for him because he has to he has to ignore that, push that out, block that out for his mental health, right? And as far as injury report, he is not injured. He played on Sunday. I think he got like 7 points or something. But a lot of people have been leaving comments on my YouTube channel saying that the Nets are going to win without Kevin Durant. Doesn't matter because Kyrie is just insane right now, 38 points. But some of you guys are saying that the Sixers are going to win, right? So it's a kind of debate in the air. If you click on my channel, go to the community tab, and I will post a poll: who will win tonight, 76ers or the Brooklyn Nets. 76ers, I know the Brooklyn Nets are playing insane. You know, they're starting to pick it up without Kevin Durant. Kyrie Irving has 38 points, but damn, the Sixers have got it going on, and you cannot deny the fact that this is a dynamic duo, right? James Harden, he's becoming a true point guard, and supporting cast, Tyrese Maxey, Tobias Harris, all those other guys, you know, it's pretty phenomenal what's happening in Philadelphia right now. Obviously, the Eagles are taking on the 49ers this weekend in the playoff series, or playoff match. But the 76ers look, I don't know, for me, better than ever, because these guys have a legit team. They have a very deep roster. I thought the Clippers had a roster. I thought the Clippers had a deep roster, but 76ers are right up there, right? 76ers are right up there. They deserve a lot of credit. They put in a lot of hard work. They made sacrifices. Obviously, James Harden is not taking as many shots because he realizes what's in front of him, what's around him, sorry. Joel Embiid is averaging 33 points per game. Pretty phenomenal, right? Go back to the other side, the Nets. What can you say? Kyrie Irving, 38 points. He's got a supporting cast too. Let's not discredit Nick Claxton. Nick Claxton averaged, got a double-double on Sunday. That's pretty phenomenal for him, what he's doing on the court. I posted a documentary on the YouTube, and make sure you check that out. He's coming into his own. That's good for him. Ben Simmons really need to pick it up, you know, and Royce O'Neal, he's starting to pick it up too. Joe Harris, hopefully he can pick it up. You know, I think he is struggling a little bit here and there. He hits his shots once in a while, but he's pretty inconsistent. But hopefully he picks it up. So, you know, who is going to win this matchup? I got some of you guys saying the Nets, some of you guys saying the Sixers. You guys got to tell me. Leave a comment in the comment section. Who will win tonight? Is it the 76ers, who are number 2 in the Eastern Conference, only 5 games back from the Eastern Conference number 1 champs right now, Boston Celtics, who lost last night in a thriller of a matchup? Make sure you check that out, the highlights, against Miami. And then on the other side, you have number 4, or is it number 5? Maybe it could be. Maybe it was number 4 last night, but around there. But the Nets playing pretty phenomenal without KD. They're still in the hunt, right? When they get KD back, which is in a couple weeks, like he said, if you took a look at the last video, yeah, you got these guys in number 4th, and you got 76ers in number 2nd. So at the end of the day, you got to think, what if these two healthy teams, when they're healthy, met in the playoffs, second round matchup? That would be insane. Leave a comment in the comment section. This is going to be a big matchup tonight, guys. Big matchup tonight. Nets versus Sixers. Leave a comment in the comment section. Jag from Jaggy Sports.